Well, morning church, it's April the 28th and we're in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verses 15 through 18. And I call this those who are caught up. For this we declare to you by a word from the Lord that we who are alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord, will not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will descend from heaven with a cry of command, with the voice of an archangel, and with the sound of the trumpet of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. Then we who are alive, who are left, will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will always be with the Lord. Therefore, encourage one another with these words. These are young Christians, and the idea of the second coming had brought for them another problem for the people of Thessalonica. They were expecting it very soon. They fully expected that they would still be alive when it came. But they were worried about those Christians who had died. They could not be sure that those who had already died would share the glory of that day, which was to come so soon. Paul's answer is that there would be one glory, both for those who have died and for those who survive. I can just imagine, as young believers from a pagan culture, they had all sorts of strange ideas about what would happen. They knew that Jesus was going to come, but they had all of these ideas. So Paul tells them that they must not grieve as others do who have no hope. Confronted by death, the world stood around in despair. People met death with grim resignation and bleak hopelessness. So the picture Paul draws for the day when Christ will come, some have interpreted this very literally, and others not so much. Some more poetic language, like a prophet's vision. A lot of people get wrapped up in the whole end times chronology and believe that this is one of those passages where the church is going to be raptured. And many people get so caught up in that they miss the point. At the second coming, Christ will descend from heaven to earth. He will utter the word of command, the word of the archangel and the trumpet of God, which will wake the dead. Then both the dead and the living will be caught up in the clouds to meet Christ and there forever be united. We are not meant to get confused here. The idea is that nothing can separate us from Christ. Those who are living and those who have preceded us are going to have the same glory, and nothing will separate us from the Lord. Paul says in another epistle, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. And then Jesus' disciples, Jesus needed to comfort his disciples before he went to heaven. And he gives them this encouragement in John 14, 1 through 3. Let not your heart be troubled. Believe in God, believe also in me. In my Father's house are many rooms. If it were not so, would I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you? And if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and will take you to myself, that where I am, you may be also. And so the Thessalonians, as well as those of us who are still here, know that one day Jesus will come again and we will all be reunited with him and we will all experience the glory of the Lord together. So, as Paul said, let these words encourage you. That is our encouragement for today. Have a blessed one.